And each generation being passed to the next, kind of ironic, because he was actually married to his first cousin, and their children were not getting the strongest genes at all, it has to be said. But this is the original museum, there on the left-hand side. See some of those rather mythical-looking beasts at the base of that pitched roof at the top. It's amazing that represents man's total knowledge of extinct animals up at the time when they were building that. So that's our leading museum of, natural history, obviously, so extinct animals and plants and meteorites. Also, just up the road we just passed the Science Museum, the Museum of Science, Industry, Technology and Medicine, and this huge stone and brick building on the left hand side is our largest museum in the country, the Victoria and Albert Museum. There is a statue of Albert on the outside of the entrance, and that's our leading museum of applied and decorative arts, so things like furniture, beautiful rugs, wonderful Renaissance sculpture, musical instruments, stained glass, all sorts of things are there, unfairly referred to as the handbag of the nation. In other words, if they can't find a place to put it in another museum, they put it in there. But it's a huge museum. If you do go in, do get a map. It's got 7 miles of corridors. It's quite easy to get lost there. This grey church just passing on the left-hand side is Brompton Oratory. It's one of the most important Catholic churches that we have in the country. 10% of this country is Catholic, but the main religion here is Church of England, the Anglican faith. I guess over in America that would be, what's it called? Episcopalian. There we go, thank you, yes. So when the Pope came over in 2010, at the end of 2010, he went to that church to beatify a former priest who was there, a man called Henry Newman. So that's very close to full canonisation. Now this street here is Knightsbridge, and it's, as you can see, quite a fancy street. We've got Mulberry, for example, on the right hand side, the Mulberry shop. That's kind of like the Louis Vuitton of Britain. Also fancy leather goods in there. Reese, always popular going to shopping in Reese, and of course we've got the sales on at the moment. Look at that, up to 75% off in Gap. And then we have the big daddy of all the shops of London here on the right hand side. It is of course the one and only Harrods. Yes, it goes up 5 floors, goes down 7 floors. You can buy everything from a pin to an elephant there apparently. Although actually I tried to buy a needle and thread there about 3 years ago because my button fell off my jacket, and they haven't even got that department, so I don't know about that. Everything from a needle to an elephant motto, but thank goodness the owner sold it last year, Mohammed Al Fayed, because he's an Egyptian with a bit of an ego, and he kind of thinks that he's a bit like an Egyptian pharaoh, and he wanted to be buried up on the roof in a sarcophagus, in a mausoleum on the roof. Now that's where the employers go for a cheeky cigarette. Yeah. So I think that would have been quite a good way of getting them to stop smoking, obviously by having the rather waxy eyes of Mohammed Al Fayed bearing down at them for eternity. So luckily,